Hello everybody, welcome back to Aaron's Daily. It is bringing you Disney news. Today we're going to talk about reasons why you should stay on Disney property at a Disney resort. There are a lot of perks to staying at Disney resorts. Right now with the current situation, some of this stuff has changed, but if this was a normal day, I'll explain some of that. Number one, you're on Disney property. You have Disney transportation. The Disney property resorts, they care about their guests. If you go to Holiday Inn, sure, they're going to care about you whenever you give them their money, but are they going to, I don't know. It's just different. You get the Disney experience. And the theming at the resorts are absolutely extraordinary. But, like, Disney transportation, let's talk about that. Right now, there are all types of Disney transportation options. Some are closed down due to the current situation, which is like a minivan. It's kind of like an Uber, but it's not. It's powered through Lyft, and you get a Disney cast member in a Disney-owned vehicle come pick you up. It is an upcharge. Minivans are an upcharge, but you get basically a private tour. Just think of it that way. You have the Disney World Transportation buses. Buses go to every resort, to Disney Springs, to all the parks, to the water parks. Water parks aren't open right now. But they sometimes aren't super efficient, but they're available. Usually I think they run every 15 or 20 minutes or something like that. Don't quote me on that. But, I mean, that is a great way to get around. You don't have to have a rental car. We'll talk about that in a second. Number two, you've got the Disney Skyliner. If you're staying at the Riviera Resort, Caribbean Beach Resort, Art of Animation, Pop Century, the Skyliner can take you directly to Epcot and Hollywood Studios. That is a new addition. I'm hoping in the future that we will get that extended. That is a great way right now to get for transportation to get you around the property, and it is very efficient. It's fast. I think it takes from Pop Century to Hollywood Studios. I think it took like 8 minutes, so that's nothing. And then we have boat water taxi service. It has to be one of the resorts, like at Magic Kingdom Resort, that you can take boat transportation to the park or something like that. But there's all kinds of resorts that have boat transportation. And then the monorail. If you're staying at a Magic Kingdom Resort, you have the monorail. And it's pretty self-explanatory. It's a monorail. It's fast. I love it. I call that an attraction. I had the whole spiel memorized. Please stand clear of the doors, okay? So that is a huge perk, is the transportation. Speaking of the monorail, right there, the monorail. And, you know what? Disney bus. Retro Disney bus. I love it. Let's put them back. On to the next reason why you should stay at Disney. On a normal day, they have what they call extra magic hours. Right here, extra magic hours. That is where the park will stay open later, or it opens early for just Disney Parks resort guests at Walt Disney World. Nobody else can get in. If you're staying off property, you cannot get in at that time. It is just for Disney World resort guests. But that is a big perk. You're talking about more park time. That is ginormous. So I love that part. That is a big driving factor to staying at Walt Disney World. Right now with the current situation, there's no extra magic hours. This next thing, fast passes. You get fast passes before everybody else if you're staying on property. Right now fast passes are non-existent due to the current situation, but I love fast pass. Skip the line. Hopefully we get it back. I'm not 100% sure. Nobody really knows at this point. But fast passes are like gold at Disney World, okay? You skip the line. So, what more could you ask for? Also, you have extraordinary dining at the resorts. Their dining at the resorts is just awesome. They have dining in the parks. They have sit-downs at the parks too. But resorts is where it's at, I'm telling you. Also, Disney Springs has great dining. But then again, whenever you're staying at a Disney resort, you got all the transportation, you can go wherever you want to. Now, if you want to resort hop, it's a little bit more complicated. You have to go to somewhere and then get on a different bus. But still, you don't have to have a bus. Or you don't have to have a car, rather. Speaking of bus, if you fly into Orlando International Airport, you don't have to get a rental car to get there. You can take what they have called the Magical Express. Magical Express will take you directly to your resort. And right now, I think it's suspended. But usually, they would even take your luggage, your checked luggage that you put underneath the plane, they would take that and deliver it to your room. So that is a big perk, not having to buy or rent a rental car. If you were staying off property, you'd have to get a rental car. And rental cars can add up, especially if you're talking for a bigger family. And then, lastly, I want to talk about just the overall experience. If you stay at a Disney resort, it is so much nicer. At the end of the day, you're wore out. You want to go back to the resort and just lay down. If you have to drive 20 minutes away, it's not as magical. Just say it that way. It's not as magical. But if you stay at a Disney resort, hey, I'm just going to hop on the bus, go to bed. Or if you're at the park in the middle of the day and you're getting so hot that you need to lay down, hey, hop on the bus, go take a nap, come back. You know, it's easy. That is like a ton of stuff. I love staying at Walt Disney World resorts. We'll talk about amenities in another video, but that is some reasons that you should stay at a Disney resort. This video is sponsored by Aaron's Magical Vacations, so if you need any Disney resorts or anything like that, it doesn't have to be just Disney, or it could be Disney Cruise, could be a rental car, could be anything. Hit me up, aaronsmagicalvacations@gmail.com, or read the description. There should be some information down there too. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And then also comment. I want to hear some things that you think too. And tell me what all resorts you stayed at Walt Disney World. I want to hear it in the comments. So we will see you guys next time. Bye!